Etiba Ghana had money for a quiet and encouraging Dinkwana Omu Adrian, the name Ataa Ayi. Ataa Ayi was one of the notorious, criminals in Ghana when it comes to robbery and thievery. Oh, baby, I was here. Obesa treat 20 cases so Ajon Honiama. I'm America say Ataa Ayi or prison say, oh, just 70 years in prison. Nana anyone be ekra Omu enim adia porte anyhow Ataa Ayi esibaya kromfo anyhow. Okopie mu ewo police station Ataa Ayi na nkasa ebusua mwakwe an interview ama ono abehye ne personal life story e kwankro fa so obeye kromfo ene enema true that wafemu Ataa Ayi abekasa memo tira no disem no akere wadwen ama me ewo comment section ayi Penyah block media meso ase ni demo obe like video no that my subscribe button so na be click notification icon latest updates am be chele wadwen de ama me ewo comment section meso so baso no wa share for so anya bi ahwe etiba Ghana ha no nipa ba ko a chese na ni din ehunahuna amanfo pa Ataa Ayi the name Ataa Ayi enkurate a no mu dwane empanimfo no pe wudum ti afa bi say Ataa Ayi nipa bi a no ye kromfo tachi amwa ni trimodin esum wo ni trim oni ahomobro emenipa ketua obefa kese obefa he obetwitu asisu age ho ne am asa botu akun just na Ataa Ayi trimodin pe na owo serious team enyo nkwa na ye adwuma cause aroba bia no ono nkwa na ye adwuma no ye master owo team owo nkura ye se wo titi wo mu kro no adwuma ne mu ara se next Ataa Ayi build akromfo wo man kon Ghana ha no e ma e ba se 2005 ne mu ana police for enset mi kwa kan Ataa Ayi.
The police command has arrested the most wanted armed robber, Ataa Ayi, this morning at his hideout in Teshi near Accra. The arrest of 32-year-old Ataa Ayi, barely 2 weeks after the arrest of his second-in-command in Penyah at Teba, brings to rest the struggle of the police to get foothold of armed robbery in the country.
And after several years of brutal and fatal operations in Accra and its environs, his reign has ended.
That's why we've been saying that armed robbery is a recidivist crime.
Just say, baby, Musi Ura, you can Ataa Ayi Chine, there's a Ghana police, Umuba Jumapa in 2005, Omwache, Ataa Ayi Eden Ebai. Now then, no, Nipa, and as a judge, Ayade, Ataa Ayi Eko on the court. Emma, Ocha in fear, Emma, Ataa Ayi and Kodemno. Naya, ene acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice, Paul Bafu Boni, or no, Anna Yade Ataa Ayi Eko on the court, and her. And near Ataa Ayi aye any idea and ultra that infame Ataa Ayi and Ataa Ayi and watching about Kumu. And Fishana poly edioson 70 good years. Now, on Fanco Suya, the inquiry you might then find more my concern. Now, on Fanconia, no honey again Saturday. Now, on Sa Emera Beam said Unyankwa after the 70 years of Unyankwa Ebema, fine where Yanko was 1 year, Odinyame enko kan wasem ewo osoro ehonoma ema even kwa mateses Ataa Ayi kra no wasesa I say owo ensawo owo prison no Ataa Ayi asesa I say o preach kakra ekanyame aso kakra na Ataa Ayi no na enipa because enane eye dan Ataa Ayi tin be ye one of the prominent armed robbers in Ghana here eye dan tin be nya edin kase sa eye dan kra na obewura akro no adwuma nimu dan na ehye ni nkran dan ena oyeye abusua onu ankasa mbefati kalkum ya nkwaku anum Ataa Ayi nankasa abe share the life experience and in a life story na we any same Ataa Ayi ewoka
has perhaps the most popular name in Ghana, a name that sends shivers down the spine of many. He was convicted on charges of robbery and conspiracy to rob, and he was handed a 160-year jail sentence. As we speak, he has spent 10 years of his sentence and he has a whopping 150 years to go. But before he entered into this business that eventually landed him into prison, he was a taxi driver. He was described as affable, very generous, but with a very quick temper. My guest once again is Ayi Ayi, aka Ataa Ayi. Ayi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I was expecting to see a very huge figure, perhaps a big personality, but I don't see you that way. I see you to be very humble, perhaps, or I'm passing judgment too early. Right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My real name is Raymond Ayi. Normally people call me Ayi, but I don't even know Once I was arrested, they gave me Ataa Ayi.
So Ataa Ayi is not part of your name?
At all. It's not part of my name.
Ataa Ayi is all over the place. If you ask any child, Ataa Ayi. Many of them may not have seen you, but it seems the whole of Ghana and beyond have heard of Ataa Ayi. Who is Ayi?
Okay, let me come into cheese more, so right? I think. Yeah, woman say, Ayi tell you be a sabi. Or mammy or papa, any son and 9 months or the war. And so I said, all you know, wedding always sense. And so now, me mammy so bomb me who can say and come to school. Mammy go school, I have free at the back up. I'm a two board come and start already to preparatory school. But stage 4 and I'm in high school. In high school, Satan and mammy so too quite call London. So I call London and say, it's my high school and it's not the yabod. And before Bonasem. So if you mammy buy no show, and I say, I mean, go school, them, I mean, go fitting. Into fitting, I'm trying to me, you say, me, you man is so fine. I mean, Miss I know you, my pa. Into Hormon, I'm a master, and so I call myself beer or pen sanu. Now, you man after there, you man, to one I'm a yes, as I dear. My swap fitting, them driving. And I'm fast to say, the driving train. Timaka, some battery taxi. Kakra.
Time I now pay taxi. I know I yate. Yate say, now you be a. Now I come up. We will be a. Nini papa was a we will be on for what you mean. Na utimi share the family so ye na evidence. So we are Juma, I would miss cash family. A team that push you.
That was 1998. I'm a taxi in the Sansana Okano. Yeah. Me train taxi, me drive fine. And I'm a fire dropping coil crop on the crop. That was 50 back. And I'm a conya accident to all. And I can't call condemn, I will be kind until on I'm a down to Timos. Free crop on I'm bad back to Accra. When I do my behind the bank, take out the bed. One day now, Madame for sure taxi driver will catch me. So, you must be serious of a driver. It's on the family, bra. I'm so sad. So, be a driver there, I meet if you there, I mean, to my dear, so be see driver there near Yanko. And the one I'm assuming I then Gary and I'm doing it. And I call it to Kappa, I call Flamingo. Yeah, Accra Flamingo Junction. Into Honoma, I'm calling and I'm going home. Gabi wife friend ID. Yeah. Not sure what I said. I'm driving a car, but now it's a private car. But I say me drive it pa and I'm so yeah, it's me bomber than car. To Honoma feel father said, or bear me master. Yeah. It say call beer, a car boot, a corner say call your car boot, and as I said, a could be a grow for car. I almost car. And sometimes by then I'm quiet and I mean I'm make a car because that's the first time I had my come. The quiet I feel say Obi ko bang I be ko bang. Now I come monitor no house and we use can the two car more. That's where they do chinti. The beer when you be ko park you car and say the chenda say hono and ban chase scan over jaw car na we make it our bag my say you shim free some na there.
I'll ask you a lot of questions about that later on. But who trace you to the bank? Because that time not saying no more difficult. A dream being and then motivated because not common deals are SSS awareness.
The woman said, Yamian, some should be imagine, sir. She said, Mr. Khan, I'll be kind of here. When your car in the actual. But as I said, my better feel sometimes when I'm here, so I will perform. My better feel I'm money establishment, so my husband or hospital. So I train the car. But by then, as I said, me a mistake, said, I'm beside, dear Jumana, quite dear, and you mean them mistake. But they said, I'm a coy, I done a first time I acquire, and I was say, a Juma when I did acquire them catch yourself. Me am in boat catch as I was saying, my way, and then I met me. I said, driving no quantity and then problem. I'm driving.
The first operation, we discussed it.
Sometimes then I was about 2.5 months. Yeah, but the whole amount is 12 million was at the end.
When you were going for such operations, definitely, you had the overcome sometimes because you did your chiwa. Now, and no matter any show, a basse, the chiwa, would be born by no big tata or which is you are. You should be different.
Okay, I mean, by then, dear, let me name two, the name is sick. I mean, Kitashi. I said, my eyes are bad fresh, and dear, then I see two. That's all, and they continue in Kitashi.
In Stajman, you did it for some time.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of money.
Yeah.
You were not arrested. Who can say me say, I know me too. The Casa Quana from Anacasa, from Anabocosia, no me too. About the saying, into yeah, being a lot of experience. About the saying, nothing,
okay, the second year, but that is because I can't put in the Nabiana to sometimes I had the enemy to the radio station, Janabi, Nakotuaching. But then you have to know, say, this kind of cry, adding my then best and any Patunia there and call. I told so I saw it, and I'm saying, I'll be an too. I say, I get a tono, a qua. Niaswana boa na bo ambo swana ede eko it is not that square need to car na eko botu no keke asa try say na e operate to no na me am won say o to no dey make me ato yeah eko
my reaction has brought my mind back to something sa operation I said okay so which me the car when you be experience
now kind of operation yeah that the end of that
and your hospital operation.
Yeah.
They can't some of the robbery operations.
Okay.
And just make us all feel bad.
Oh, that was all the robbing the phone with the number about operation. They said doctors.
All right. They make our robbery operations.
Yeah.
We should be her. We should want to overcome check. That time, now we should come to me. Now we should.
Because me and Baba, me panel, me my dream, and my calculator me be as a bow, but over by the street. Yeah, me met to do kakra. And I'm assuming me say, said wow, parents there. Near the also Pepper said, the quano there, me bassa, a semi to me quan in fin. But magic quan if you say, was you a media made this, but I send me told the animal part and a bear won't your quine and by me the animal.
I didn't think was it that now was special powers because near to say do the dear to say we were drew into no because you know now we're drawn. Most of the police officers weren't able to apprehend you because you have amulets and other things around your body, which in a way fortified you, made you strong. You know, is it true that you had charms and amulets?
Okay. So because some baby no magia the baby no so menjindi. In a sense, near the two me community and Yamisian and the Yamidia. But Sabi, or be our or ye Jumabia or be beer there, or the chassis and a dear. Mammy Titis is a prophecy be sometimes me Yerana the idea and in the end yet true.
To one rather.
Debbie,
never disappeared
at all. And it really at all.
Let's go back with that issue again. A drew. Say drew no.
I do have a corner of sometimes I cry myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe say there sometimes because you say send a bear boat tour money then come and I said baby. So I said send I buy into me yammy a bed a bitch me. And Tina Mammy quite but next say maybe I may run I said baby.
You ever buy your also? Because I've heard that you're able to disappear.
Yeah.
You know, it's very strange to me because Adriano, do you believe that it really worked for you, the fact that maybe you weren't apprehended?
Yeah.
Did that make you believe that the juju was working for you?
Yeah, I believe because I make sure more once I make a G, I make a bad beer and chimney dear. Me my dream, me dear, no my dream, me say a drone there, at the milk at the neighbor. And until my mammy has there, making it.
How many years and our year operations now before the
First, my fun is April 98. Yeah, and I started on to time I was arrested 2005.
Now, time I now operating. Not police for air show action. The police were after you. You were all over the place. Your pictures were all over the place, on radio and television and in the print. How did you feel? For instance, knowing very well that the whole Ghana Police Service and perhaps the Ghana military were after you.
Okay, beginning it there, Nanjam there. If it's a picture now with the bar beginning it there, Nanjam picture. And at dinner, more bonus so Nanjam dinner, a friend Ataa to me say, sometimes me, a friend is a choco crana there, me busy work. Choco me sorry, they be a minam choco cry and me. At the time, sir, your cheese small, but that was 2000. And then only police phone by me few at Chimata. Yeah.
On the toe.
Daddy, on by Nami. No, Nami, if you grad and grad.
I wouldn't so know, but picture now on the about
There be beginning day, I'm with the picture the body. I mean, say, Yami, because always see the media crowd, Nami, you should bike, go up and down. And to say, a cheese small boy now, the police for by me fear. Homo, and mammy, who say, minimum where they almost me.
When the police came to your house, what happened?
By then, I knew but to quite north.
But what year you heard it?
Yeah.
That the police have come to your house?
Yeah.
You have gone to see your malams up north?
No, my wife from north, so they have a funeral there, so we went there.
Okay. So when you heard it, what did you decide to do? How did you feel?
Okay, I feel very bad. That Bauer miss, as they have arrested the boy, and the guy also know where I have went to. At they call North. So he even brought the police people over there. So by then, I've led there to Tamale. By then we are at Bolada, then came back to Tamale.
You've been referring to your wife, my wife, which means that you really love your wife. And we are told that you have one child, 2 children. Okay. Did your wife know that you were engaged in these robbery activities?
Okay, from the beginning, she don't know. Until the time I became wanted. Before she got to know that this is what I'm doing.
She got to know about it. You know how women are. How did she react?
Okay, fine. By then, she was pregnant, so I thought maybe...
Your first or second child?
The second, yeah. So I thought maybe as she was pregnant, so she cannot do anything. She have to just get patient so that she deliver her baby before. Maybe when she will have something to do, then she will do.
No, what did she tell you? What did she tell you when she heard it? My husband.
No, in fact, she did not tell me anything. But only she advised me that this is what the police people are saying. Because sometimes I myself, I don't listen to wireless television. No, when I'm coming to look television, I just watch films. That's all, bring marrow grains. That's all.
Okay, let's come back to the main issue. How were you eventually captured?
Call the sister Atanami, senior brother, and here I can be the sister and say, me found man of crowd and me enemy wife and the senior sister. Tenants will feel now. The man need tenants in there and young Casacasa. The only now did not them. And no coffee police by never cheating at the back of my lock. By then, Nana will feel. It's your mommy by no mammy go ahead. Okoyi tenant and the free send the banner ceremony at the ending. Do you know my minister go back to a year last year? Don't know, didn't I mean, I tell them so. Okay, so Mr. Padu by them so 15. Now, you're not because in the old did woman me at them. So, what you are tenant in this will be 80 woman at my dinner already. But still, no, you're in fact, Mama Kuma by because near all you know, obesity to know, yeah, then I'll be so. And I'm sorry, and I'm born. The seven born or the MC or champion Catra. My seven said, dear, will be I be in my day, my bonnet and their tremor. But not knowing so they are sending trim me dem in dem kura still no fear. But one Monday we have me say police for abafie no. To honor abafie kura be there now. Me see me nyama makojare a me see o boga me so me fata wan ka e want to. Ti me say police for na abafie na me see o mo hwehwe atai. That na me wadan mu kura. Omo see omo hwehwe ayi. And I'm see o me Penyah die ba me Penyah Ayi. The honor back who cross say for why you one ahead and show. I see me brother young cough. And then cough on the share me. And back who you the pistol. A friend Mike and all the ball. Me nature say. To one man country say show me a chimney there. But now me so me trim say me money am I head and me cap head. I am to one number farm I'm going to call you original CID.
Operations are here. You had a lot of money. At a point, some of us heard said you owned buildings and other, properties in town. Like I said, I want you to talk about those properties because you cannot tell me that you spent all those money on maybe women and drinking and other.
Oh, because that's why I fine because though Sunday was a bit dream. And I said, "Baby, idea, oh yeah, baby, tina idea, oh yeah." And I made so no, said, "Baby, I'll bet you so." Yeah, like I said, "Baby, I could for be 10 million." But sometimes, you know, Obi wa scanner or company Obi dia, dia mano. Baby, I scanner 7 million, and 10 million. Obi wa 10 million your kind, and do baby no do Obi car. I was so good to Yanaka. Yammy and Obi wa. Over Julian 4 million, but I say scanning at 10 million.
When the judge was going to pronounce judgment.
Oh, Yankasa horrid dear. Me say, Sir Busum na the idea me yet in 90 million.
I think so. I doing outside intimate
because say our boy be a cabet boamia and can say so by my head and achieve crown. I said, let me have a dinner. Courtroom. Na me dem in that. Na me nim say me ndangwin say police private me achimeta. You say be am yira and I say
the yira the one yira say be to for dream I say you be man who dream because now I committed a lot of robberies.
Okay, mean to mean if I'm a dream mom and because sabi me church me say Yamian robbing me my ebi so wa me nya bet
go Hawaii no na here
but here to me so what I say because I mean achi me I see me case partners me na but two mo na me ne am say me last person I am chi me buy so na actual statement me na and I say template na me say me template but omo bo me na say oh so me sure sabi e chine ni dia ede ti ase me to me ede me template na me ede template papers ni na ma
this was what church na and we're able to write everything down. I told the white people how many robberies did you commit?
To me can be dosu but a dosu ti say na me bonnet here na nyanya me akai man sa
right we hear it no ma time na we in a custom na opin do could not call to them. When you say neck and a DD, obviously, what disappointed you disappointed them.
Be a bad man, can especially man, because he says sometimes, you know, Mr. Me percent me, be night, or being why I said me ban air corner. But unfortunately, I remember happiness. The mammy, yaw me who says, yeah. Madam Chi, Quadano, in an show.
Judge, pronounce Ayi have sentenced you to 160 years in prison in half. Sa assembly, make a horror action. Who said definitely you are definitely going to go in for more years.
Okay, I mean him dear. She am Bama Jum say, Macase, Macumi.
Yet it is Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. And I believe young couple, we are Christian, and I Jesus Christ. Whilst you were in prison. A DNA see prison.
Near prison, Bible crowd there me so be mu say you see me say actual kind me say John and bibi na me but say Bible say because say name because say Bible started to Genesis to Revelation na okay ni mama me hu Nyankopon say me there still okay do na me say nyame wo ho na me feel say do so ho but me copy praise na me say oh no say do na me di na chi ni kura na e kwa unto say woman the Bible na ya den e ma me na me so yeah sometimes woman etabe asori wo ba friend na me kwa so and sana Pentecost for so ba na me di me join it Pentecost the I say me say for we be preach eh kanya me say na me so metumi aka bi I mean the nyame kasa na there di mama say we kasa me say sometimes pa bokura na me dey madu yam so mo ya dede because sentence na me kita na me betra wa mo dey say sorry especially when we say no be kita dom no bom bang say na wo de wa to wa banya daje wa na wo ba dom mo sa there and then what do mo be ko fie
e bi ata for your show
dey nyame ni bi brada na me pa there and but na me no discourage na me no saba we any sa ni aka ne there never sa and would me be judge me kura ne wa hwa wa there wa bua me kum fon kura ko me ntwi wi da Bible na asam abrabom matimo sa asam abrabom Ephesians chapter 3 verse 2 I say turn from your sin and turn to God the kingdom of heaven is near into me say bia me no die kasai metumi awusisia anase me wusisia me transbisa say nti sese me wusisia kunta be na me kwa akopo e die na me kwa akoka kire Nyankopon
you read that kubuso na ne kitab
but Tadia no so bata wa show also that ya obesho na ma misako na no na say wa want to me anhwe no a so beba be gu na ni ma se ni fi say fi kura na say bi accident kura de opa na say bi accident na say obe ye robin me busu am ko na makoye sa de ho na ko ye robin na say me kwa kokun sa tibie wo mu dia ni mgu ase kese ma say bi ma me no pa masam pa me ni last born na o sanka me tio me wo ho ansa e ko ye den sima asese me tia bra be bia ese no pra no na ono so abra me ho anka ese me timi bra me say e bia na me ba kura e ko be bia e be ka se o jano no papa kronfo be say di mpon kura e ni wo kura ma me
oba ha o yire ne o ma no metima be shira
okay me ma dia me ba ne dia mo nya e ja mo de ba
e futu be na de be ma omo a yesi u training di kura wo de be ma sankofo ya omo gusu wa bonte omo tete Ghana ko omo wi ankofo ebi no mu kum ebi no me so so wo ha beti news ni
yeah me tidi na
na de ma sankofo
sabi meka se obi wo ho a why na dwen se why asodin and sabi ma ka me ba president three me to me kind of fine I can foresee a friend say a futuro in sakrani part this and social me say ne dear in social we have been na remon dear mama sakra eno me ho afri atwe me ho afri sa na amane nyina no sabi obi a obi misra obi betima tran bonto be ka say bia me ho kire mi e wa ha no me ho se ma wo nkwada manu se ma na se mi tio na me dwen se enti me ba we okwa aware a tie na sine ebeka tie na nasi be ma beka tie na nasi ba beka tie na ebusuana okomu beka because na we na wakofa be fie na se wu anka sama me papa no tie wo se me twi me ho free sa na ma no wiase nneɛma deɛ mesɛ mfa nkɔ hwee ɛntumi nyɛ me hwee anka bɛboa me anka wiase nneɛma anka me ɛnsɛ sɛ mɛba ha ɛntumi mboa me no nti ɛwɔ sɛ metwe me ho firi ho nti nyɛ sɛ bia mɛba meti ha sɛ meka sɛ masakra a mɛkɔ abɔnten ɛneɛ nani akra da kora nkumi wo han ma me nwu because ɛho hia sɛ mɛkɔ abɔnten sɛ metumi akɔhwɛ me futuro so a mede ma mmɔmfo no sɛ Robin no mfa wo nkɔsi hwee me yankasa hwɛ nkurɔfoɔ a sɛ bi na sɛ atɛle so ayɛ kukunkunkun ɛne nguaseɛ na wode ma wo busua Robin sika so nya de a wotumi yɛ ade papa wodi yɛ ade papa menim George kra ɛne a menso mɛka sɛ mesi nneɛma a wɔsisisisi ne dan ɛne adeadeɛ na Robin no yɛ a
yɛsrɛ nyankopɔn sɛ ɔbɛka wo nyame a wafa no woni wakyi daa
menka wo ho so.
So you heard it all from Ayi. He doesn't prefer to be called Ataa Ayi. He is Ayi and he's serving 160 years here. He served just 10 years of his sentence, which means that he has a whopping 150 years to go. Can you believe that? But one lesson I've learned from this interview is that all of us are potential candidates for prison. You never know what will bring you. He has confessed to be an armed robber. Careless, it could be careless driving on your heart. It could be bad temper. It could be anything. So let's study in good faith what Ataa Ayi has said.
Ayi.
What Ayi
Who bet
has
much that
said.
word amame. Ewo comments when in someone Ataa Ayi ewo eka chere Ghana for. So far as say owo prison in Sawamu onkutwa emfinsia eduoson ewo cells. Now they were 20 years cause in the sentence about 2005. It was 20 years in Jaka another 50 years. Ataa Ayi ewo emfinsia eduonum edanenim se one cells ebeko ate. Who bet much the word amame ewo comment section. I Penyah Media.